today is Chance. Chance, I would like to give you the chance to drive my car. Chance. I'm just joking with you. I will never let you drive my car. Clap it out. Chance, how many syllables? 1 syllable. What is the first sound? Good. That's ch. Write it down. What's the next sound? Ah. That's like when ah goes to New York and says eh. So ah, ch, ah. What's next? Good. And then what's the last sound? It's but. I'm going to tell you a story. It's not going to be z. It's because we're going to use silent E, job 3. And silent E, job 3, makes C and G say their second sound. So for the sound in Chance, we are not using z, we're using Ooh, Caroline got it. All right, read that word back to me, please. Good. Hold on, I see one friend still trying to work out the sounds. Chan. And what's the last sound? Yep.
Jonathan.
All right, clap out the syllables. How many? Good. What's the first sound? And we're using What's the next sound? Ah. It's ah in New York. Eh. What's next? Good. N. And then what's the last sound? Well, tell me what the actual sound is first. Very good. It's, but I told you we're going to use because it's going to be followed by silent E job 3. And silent E job 3 makes C and G say their second sound. So, and you can underline C if you want to, because that's what the E needs. Like, that's why he's there. This is the other part of his job, to make C say S. But I also suggest you put a 2 on top. So we have ch, and, n, s, chance. Okay, please take the time to make sure your chance looks like mine before you start writing it. The next word is large. I would like a large fry, please. Large. You know who else likes a large fry?
You.
Well, besides me.
Mrs.
I don't know, maybe, but pirates. I hear that pirates really like a large French fry. Large. Clap it out. How many syllables? Good. 1 syllable. What's the first sound? What's after ooh? Arr! Pirates like a large fry too. Other way. What's after arr? Good job. But thank you, Tucker. We're gonna use good job because, like I told you, this word is also gonna have silent E job 3 because silent E job 3 makes C and G say their second sound. So this word is an example of silent E job 3 making G say its second sound, J. So what should we put at the very, very end? A silent E. We're going to have to get you a new one, honey. Read that word back to me. Look, hold on 1 second. Do you remember what R is? R, my cheese. Nope, there's a vowel that goes with it.
Right on your windshield.
R. Other way.
I did. I actually did
I
it.
don't know why you erased everything. Come on. O. R. No. The A is first. R. And then what? The gonna be g, j. So it's not j, it's g, j. Honey, where's your son, honey? All right, read it back to me. Large. How many syllables? Good, one. What's that first sound? Oh, what's next? R. Pirates like large fries too. What's the next sound? Well, the sound is j, but what are we going to use? G, j. Because that's going to be followed by silent E, job 3. And silent E, job 3 makes C and G say their second sound.
But what about S?
Nope. S just says the second sound when it wants to. So there's large. Please double check. Make sure that your large is spelled like mine before you start writing it. This next word is pretty cool. But it's also doing some cool things that we've not talked about before. So we are going to kind of do this one together. This next word is little. Little. I have a little brother. Little. Clap it out. How many syllables? Oh, it's got 2. Little. Okay. So what's the first syllable? Li. So what's that first sound? Oh. And then what's the next sound you hear? Eh. But guys, if that was the end of the syllable, what could happen? What could that I say? It could say I, and we don't want little, we want little. So, what's the first sound you hear in that next syllable? T. So T has called over his big brother, and he said, I need backup support. I need you to go stand there and guard the I. And he's like, all right, you got it, dude. So we've got a quiet T right here that's making the I not say his name. That T's like, you better be quiet and say your short name. Shh. Okay? So that's our first syllable. That T is quietly standing there to make sure he doesn't say his name. What's our second syllable? Toll. What's the first sound? T. And then what? Oh. What are we missing in that syllable? A vowel. So we're going to write an E. So this is silent E, job 4. Silent E, job 4, his whole job is to make sure that every English syllable has a written vowel. And most of the time it happens when the vowel ends in an L. So make sure that you have checked and that your little looks like my little, and then practice it. The last word today is R. Wait, what? No, it's R. Like, are you going away for Thanksgiving? R. So clap it out. How many syllables? Good, it's 1 syllable. What's the only sound that you hear? Yeah, I'm sorry, Sailor. I really wish you could hear me too. Even with this microphone on, you can't hear me. And I'm sorry. I know you're trying really hard. What's the first and only sound you hear in R? Our phonogram. R. Guys, I've asked you many times to not go ahead of me, to only write what we've talked about. Now, I really am so proud of you for knowing this and for catching on, but you're not supposed to be writing the whole word down. You're supposed to be writing it down as we're talking about it, because I need you guys to be thinking in smaller chunks for when we get to our bigger words. So our first and only sound is R. However, let's write that down. Does that look like a word? No, it just doesn't look finished. So you're right. We are going to put a silent E at the end. We're going to put silent E, and this is actually going to be job 6. So my book on the floor says it's job 5, that it's no job E. He's just there to look good. But we've decided to make job 5 for words that end in S, like house and blouse and mouse. And job 6 is for all other words. He's just there to make it look good. So sometimes when you look at a word and you're just like, huh, that word just doesn't look finished. More than likely, silent E job 6 is there. His only job is like, ooh, hey, I'm here to finish that word and make it look good. Okay, so this is the word are. Like, are you going out of town for Thanksgiving?